mean, when I speak to a lot of people for the first time and they want to talk about employee engagement and what that means, I often help them to understand that, you know, when they go on to and they do a Google search and put in employee engagement, the first thing they'll probably find are survey providers. And survey providers are out there, and in that particular market now has exploded in the last 2 to 3 years. And there are some fantastic tools out there that can provide a company the ability to survey their staff and then get some very pretty reports that will potentially help them to direct their activities. But for me, the one thing about that is that is the easy bit. Getting information and being able to then act are two very different things. And for me, if you're going to take employee engagement seriously, you must act effectively. And I think that's the bit which most organisations struggle with. They don't really know what to do after the survey. And so you've really got to, if you are planning an employee engagement project, if you are in HR, you might be even on a board of directors and you're thinking, we really need to get this sorted. You've got to ask yourself, where am I going to put the budget? Do I invest all my money in a beautiful piece of software, of which there are many? And I look at new ones every day and I think, golly, there's some lovely stuff out there. But when you put the pounds and pence together, they are quite expensive and end up being quite a big investment to an organisation. Is that where you want to spend your money? Or do you then want to spend your money on doing the right thing once the information is being gathered? And I think for most people, if they're going to be honest, it's the latter rather than the former. And so what I'd like to explain over the next little bit is to explain to you, what is the process? What process do you need to think about when you're going to look at employee engagement as a whole? Not just as a survey, because some people just think employee engagement equals survey, equals getting information, and then hoping somehow that it gets better over time. What we've done to help our prospective clients, and interestingly our existing clients, with getting their heads around employee engagement, if we've come up with an acronym that we think makes things simple, and guess what it is? It's simple. SIMPLE. And that acronym breaks into two. The first things that I'm going to talk to you about are the S, the I, and the M. And the second will be the P, the L, and the E. But what that does, and what I hope it does for you, is it helps you get your head in the right place for an employee engagement project as a whole.